averaging 15 per catch. They're giving the former sixth-rounder another opportunity and seeing if those numbers will keep growing.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Eagles in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
But first down, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trey Pride. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On second down, Prescott again.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end. Gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
The Cowboys make over first down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
18 runners. Driving 60.
Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Only able to gain a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp at all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
That is caught by Lamb.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
Now here's the option play going left.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Up the middle they go with Sanders. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on second down. Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott now to have the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Prescott to throw it.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Prescott on first down.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.